Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelorette Recap, a guy's review. Plenty of content coming out today as we get ready for Katie Thurston's Hometowns episode, the second to last episode of her season, the first of two Bachelorette seasons in 2021. Boy, we got a lot of content to get through. I've got 9 videos coming out today. This is it, folks. That's it. That's the list of things I got going on today, all right? Take a pause. We got 9 videos happening today. This is the 5th one, a 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time live stream, a 10 p.m. Pacific Standard live stream, and then later on I'll be recording Tasha's take with my fiance, her fashion of the Bachelorette, and then, of course, my guy's review for tomorrow. So it's a busy day. We're going all day long. This video is very fun. This is going to be a good one. Now, first, Nick Viall, who gets to watch the episodes before the rest of us plebeians, us Roman commoners, we don't get to watch it early, but he sure does. He said, tonight's Bachelorette is the best TV I've seen in a long time. And then Katie says, depends who you ask. See you tonight. Hometowns, baby. Hometowns, baby! We're ready to get into it. All right. And Katie, she's been so good at reposting people's content. She reposted one of my Instagram memes over the weekend and almost got me to 10,000 followers on Instagram. So thank you so much, Katie. And if anyone else wants to, you can subscribe to my Instagram or follow me right here at DNeals. And of course, like this video, hit subscribe. And if you want extra content, go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. Lots to get into. So she reposted this nice lady here, Elena the Face Reader, let's try to make this a little bit bigger here. She does face reading, and she did face reading for the Hometowns. So she has a way of analyzing people's faces to see what they're thinking about, which is fascinating. So I looked at this, and I was just Googling the glabella. I was always like, what's this? I'm always trying to figure things out. Listen, I'm not against Botox. I'm also not really pro-Botox. I'm like, do whatever the hell you want. You know what I mean? But for myself, I enjoy the wrinkles. You can't see them with this lighting. I got enough lighting to, blend in the wrinkles. But, when I turn these lights off, I look like, Skeletor. If you get the reference, great. If you don't, it still makes sense. How can you tell your crow's feet from your glabellar lines? And then next thing you know, I'm going into all these. This is what's wrong, right? Is that, I guess it's not wrong on a scientific level. I knew what crow's feet were. Crow's feet are wrinkles that form in the outside corners of your eyes, all right? It's like, sorry, I smiled a lot in college. Now I'm happy. Now I wear sunscreen and don't smile as much. Sally Mae will do it to you. Glabellar lines, that's what I have, right? Sometimes called the 11 lines, glabellar lines are vertical creases that develop between your eyebrows as a result of frowning, scowling, or other repetitive facial expressions. I get them because I can't see anything. So I'm always like, I'm like at a, McDonald's drive-thru at nighttime being like, did I get a fillet of fish? And the next thing you know, you've got like the Asian chicken salad, and you're like, I didn't order this. That's the glabellar lines. Oh, I really got a prominent and then I got that. What's that called? What's the furrow of the brow called? Marionette lines run straight downward from the corners of your mouth. So that's the marionette lines. Isn't this fascinating? Neuromodulators. A neuromodulator is the umbrella term for botulinum toxins, commercially known as Botox. Radiofrequency. So smoker's lines, these are tiny vertical wrinkles that form on the top of your upper lip and run towards your nose. Oh, okay, so smoker's lines would be kind of like, I don't have that yet, but I think that's coming in next. Do smokers get it more heavily? It's associated with puckering of the lips that occurs when sucking on a cigarette. Oh, okay, there you know. Don't smoke. Static wrinkles. Okay, ultrasound. What are these called? Just forehead wrinkles? I got those. All right, who cares? So anyway, Elena, she analyzes their facial expressions. I don't know if it has anything to do with the wrinkles, but they say if you're like stressed out on the inside, you wear it on your face. If you're an angry person, you wear it on your face. If you spend the whole day being like that son of a gun, you start to get stuck like that. So be happy, be light, be free, be authentic, do what you want. And you'll still get wrinkles, but hey, at least they'll be on your own terms. All right, folks, let's get right into this. And also, do me a favor. If you enjoyed this content, give her a follow on Instagram and tell her you heard her on my YouTube channel. I always love to promote these people as much as I can, so go give her some love over there. Now, let's see what she has to say. This is Face Reading, Katie and Blake, Part 1. What do Katie and Blake's faces say about their connection? And then she'll give some predictions. So this is fascinating stuff.
Of all the guys, Katie and Blake clearly have the most passionate relationship. And if we look at their faces, we can understand why. We've all been watching these two make out, and Katie does not make out with the other guys the way she makes out with Blake. Their makeouts are sexual. Blake's face shows strong sexual energy. The bottom half of his face is heavy. He has this great big wide jaw and this big jutting chin. And both of these features are a sign of high testosterone, which is associated with a high sex drive. When we look at Katie, we see she has a pretty wide jaw and good chin too. So here we have two people with high sex drives feeding off each other's sexual energy. Now take a look at Blake's lips. His bottom lip is much fuller than his top lip. This means that Blake is someone who loves pleasure. Feeling good is a priority for him, and he could even be a little hedonistic. He'll want to be pampered in a relationship, and he'll love it if Katie gives him back rubs, cooks for him, and does other things to please him.
Sounds good.
Katie's lips are much more even, which means she'll be much more balanced than him in giving and receiving in a relationship. Her face says she does have some nurturing qualities in her. She has this nice padding in her lower cheeks, but I don't know if it'll be enough for Blake. Would I be worried about Blake cheating on Katie? So his face says that he's more likely to think about sex and more likely to be tempted than other men, but his chin also gives him more willpower than most people. So hopefully he can use that to combat any extramarital desires. Overall, sexually, these two are a great match. I have no doubt these two would have a really good time together. From a relationship perspective, their jaws and chins also tell us that both of them have a stubborn streak and aren't easily swayed when they make up their minds about something. In a relationship, it helps when one or both people are able to back down, and neither of them are going to be great at that. So I do think there's a chance they'd butt heads a lot and it wouldn't be an easygoing relationship. Passionate, yes, but I'm not sure it's marriage material.
Wow, fascinating stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Blake's got passionate and strong sexual energy. He has a big chin. Listen, you know what I always heard is not the size of your chin, but it's how do you bite down on things. Is that, wow, a big chin. He's got that Jay Leno high testosterone right there. She said his chin gives him willpower. Look, this makes more sense than astrology when someone's like, Mercury's in retrograde, so you're an asshole. It's like, what did I even do? I don't believe in that. But there's got to be something said here. I do believe that the chin has something to do with your testosterone level. Also, the higher testosterone, you start to lose your hair earlier. I don't know if that's true. Is that true? I only know that because my roommate in college had hair on his shoulders. We used to have to wax him before spring break. Bros, do what you got to do. That's called love. But now he's bald. So I don't know. Very interesting stuff. Luckily, Blake's got that chin to fall back on when he needs willpower from not cheating on Katie. But, maybe they both, I don't know. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think about all this. Was anyone else watching that, just grabbing your man's face and being like, Sam, are you going to cheat on me with that big chin of yours, you little jerk? He's like, what are you doing? Whenever Tasha will bring up some weird science to me, I'm like, what YouTube video did you just watch? She's like, you gotta sleep with your mouth closed or you're going to get a weak jaw. And I'm like, I'm going to get a weak jaw from eating all the tofu you're feeding me. You know what I mean, folks? All right, so here's the second one. We're having fun. Face reading, Katie and Greg part 2. Do Katie and Greg have what it takes to last? This is a fascinating, good for her, the face reader. I didn't get what her credentials were for this, but she sounds like she knows what she's talking about.
In my last video, I talked about Katie and Blake's passionate relationship, and what Katie and Greg have is very different. We see a softer and sweeter relationship here, and this is mostly due to Greg's face and what it brings out in Katie. When we compare Greg and Katie's faces, we see that Greg has more of a yin face and Katie has a yang face, and this can often be a nice balancing combination. Yin is soft, introverted, and receptive, and yang is more assertive, extroverted, and vibrant. Greg has round, soft eyes and softness to his features overall, which means that he's caring, he's kind and sensitive, and can be somewhat of a people pleaser. He's a sweetheart. We can also see that there's some puffiness under his eyes, which means that he's someone who has a lot of emotional depth.
Or he's tired.
You might not always see his emotions on the outside, but there's a lot going on underneath, and his feelings can easily be hurt. So this combination of features is bringing out this very sweet and this very caring side of Katie, and she's noticing everything that's going on with him because she's highly intuitive. We can see that she's constantly checking with him, seeing if he's doing okay. And Katie's lips and cheeks say that she's meant to be a nurturer, so it fits that she's reassuring him. But what worries me about them long term is the combination of their noses. In addition to the sensitivity found in Greg's eyes, the shape of his nose says that he can also struggle with anxiety, self-esteem, and just feeling like he's not good enough. So it's no wonder that being on a reality dating show where he's literally up against other men competing to be the best one to end up with Katie is triggering all of his emotions.
I'm triggered.
Katie comes off very confident, much more so than Greg. But her nose is saying that her emotional self, which is a part of her that most of us wouldn't see, also struggles with some self-esteem and good enough issues. This is going to be a part of her personality that Katie doesn't love about herself. So when she sees it reflected in Greg, and she will because it's a pretty big part of his personality, it's going to feel triggering for her and she'll have an aversion to it. He's likely to feel the same way if she's being vulnerable. And this triggering of one another's pain points can become a relationship killer. So overall, while these two could have a very sweet and loving relationship, I think it may end up being too emotionally draining and triggering for them to be together in the long term.
Wow, you heard it here first, folks. Greg's got he's soft and sweeter than Blake. He's got that yin face. If someone ever told me I had a yin face, I'd be like, what the hell did you just say to me? You know what I mean? Go on Tinder and just start talking to ladies like, I'm looking for a lady with a yin face. She'll be like, you're going to have to yin your way out of here. Soft round eyes, caring, sweetheart. Puffy eyes, feeling easily hurt. I'm going to try that next time I'm in a fight with Tasha. I'll be like, honey, you've offended me. Haven't you noticed my puffy eyes? I'm offended. You know what I mean? I always wonder what my neighbors are thinking when I'm yelling. Oh, he's got puffy eyes today. We don't know. It's a Monday. Yeah, puffy eyes. Maybe he just drank a lot the night before. You know what I mean? You ever have puffy eyes in the morning? It doesn't mean you're introverted. It means you got a, booze problem. All right. Anyway, he's got nose anxiety. I knows a thing about nose anxiety too. I got a beak on me. You know what I mean? I do the backstroke. Looks like a shark attack's coming. All right, folks. Justin's up. Let's go to Justin. She hit the nail on the head though, but they're not saying anything about the hair. You got to think there's a hair correlation, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe not. We're going on. I guess she's not the hair person. Should I be the hair person? She's Elena, the face reader. I'm Dave, the hair whisperer. What am I doing with my life? Please don't answer. It's a rhetorical question. Judging by my sensitive, puffy eyes, I don't need anything but a thumbs up on this video. Hit the subscribe button. All right, let's get into this. Here we go. Last one. Justin. Yeah, he's still on the show too.
So at first I was kind of confused how Justin's lasted this long and was surprised to see him in the top 3 since he doesn't get a lot of airtime. Then when I really looked at his face though, I understood why he's one of Katie's top choices. Justin has a lot of range in his features, which give him a pretty well-rounded personality. He has these thick, long eyebrows that say he's decisive, assertive, and can take charge. So it's no wonder that he was Katie's first kiss. Those eyebrows say that he's a guy who's going to go for it. At the same time, the shape of his eyes, combined with his full lips, say that he's open-hearted, he's affectionate, generous, and giving. So he's got this nice wide jaw too, which can give Blake a run for his money when it comes to sex drive, but Justin's likely going to be a much more giving lover. We can see from Katie and Justin's relationship that it's pretty steady and easy. There hasn't really been any drama, which is maybe why he gets the least airtime. Their relationship isn't as steamy as Katie and Blake's, and it's not as emotional as Katie and Greg's. Justin's nose and some other elements of his face tell us that he's a natural leader, that he's responsible, and he's someone who really cares about doing the right thing. Justin won't propose to Katie unless it's a commitment that he knows he's ready for, since he would never want to be in a position to have to call it off. Once he decides, he'd be in it for the long haul. In my opinion, I think they have excellent prospects for long-lasting love. Justin will take longer to get to know than Blake or Greg, but if Katie gives him a chance and isn't swept away by her emotions for the other two, I think he'd have a lot to offer her and they could have a healthy, balanced, long-lasting love together.
Wow. So it looks like Elena, the face reader, picks Justin as her best match. We'll have to see how that all goes. I mean, I've been told I say, fascinating stuff when things aren't that fascinating. But wow, very fascinating. So go give Elena, the face reader, some love over here. You've heard about palm readers, but not about face readers. I got a professional facial reading, and now I finally see the beauty in my features. Oh, that's nice. So she was featured in Pop Sugar for writing, in Jessica Diaz Wellness wrote an eloquent article about a face reading with me. A face reading can transform the way you see your face. It can turn features you didn't like into ones you love once you learn their meanings for your life. Yeah, so Elena, tell me why my ears are so big. Oh, boy, that's fun. She's fun. Elena, go give her a follow. That's fun. That's fascinating. So Justin, he's got full lips, which means he's open-hearted and giving. Well, we'll have to see after the fantasy suite about those lips. All right, folks. She says he's a more giving lover. What Katie should do, Katie, take my advice here. Get Justin and get Blake in the fantasy suite and say, all right, the final rose goes to whoever can love me longer. Just like a Survivor event where they're just trying to see who can 12 hours. It's like Jeff Probst. He's like 13 hours later. The one guy just passes out. You're not the winner. All right, hydrate. No drama. Nose is a natural leader. Well, from one natural leader to another. Let me know what you guys think. We got a ton of content coming up today. I appreciate all of you guys that have stuck around for this. And if my glabella doesn't say it enough, just so you guys know, I'm very grateful for all of you and for following, for all the new Patreon members, and for all of the new subscribers. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the pre-episode live stream, and then 10 p.m. Pacific Time for the post-episode live stream. Oh, I forgot to mention this. If anyone wants, you can check out, I've got my link tree, which is, I'll put a link below for this. All of my content's on here. The newsletter, my YouTube vlog channel, my Venmo if anyone wants to donate, my Patreon, and also my Discord. This is a live chat room that we do during the episode where you can chat with people in real time, including myself. As far as the show goes, that's all free and all that jazz. Anyway, folks, let me know what you guys think of this fun one, and let me know what should I do? What does this glabella mean to you? Is this sexy or confused, or a little bit of both? Sexily confused? I don't know. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.